Welcome back to your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Yanks get blanked by the Twins. They lose 7-0. Not a lot of highlights in this game. Yanks only get 2 hits. Really couldn't muster anything offensively, unfortunately. Decent starting pitching. Weaver was not good, and it really blew the game open. So, I'm not going to freak out about this. Obviously, it is the Twins. They are not a very good baseball team, so obviously you want them to play better. But, let's keep things in perspective. The Yankees are 7-5 in their last 12, which is very, very good. I chalk this up to baseball. This happens. I mean, the Twins are 66-84, and you get 2 hit. This is just baseball. This isn't a reflection on this team. It just happens in this game. And they Lee hit a couple home runs. Brooks Lee, he's got 15 on the year. Other than that, couple doubles from Pareda. But again, Weaver wasn't really sharp. They lose tonight, but also didn't really hit. Their only hits came from Goldschmidt and Caballero, and that's really it. Unfortunately, they just didn't have it tonight. I'm not ready to hit the panic button yet. They're still looking good. In the wild card, probably not going to catch the Jays. 5 back is a lot. But there's no reason that they can't do damage in the playoffs, because we know this team, when they get hot and they hit the ball out of the ballpark, they can out-homer pretty much any team. They have good starting pitching. Their bullpen at times has been good, certain guys in certain spots. So I remain optimistic on this team. I've been very encouraged of how they've played against above 500 teams these past couple series before this game. So I'm not going to put a lot of stock in this game. Just understand it, move on, and go from there. So again, Rodon's line was 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. I thought he was solid. And I know this team isn't very good, but really good fastball action. Blew away Buxton up in the zone. Really, really good tight slider. Command wasn't pinpoint, I would say, but the stuff is good and the action is good. Slider was really, really good tonight. It seemed to be his out pitch, and good velocity. And made pitches when he had to. So, I thought that he kept him in the game. He's 16-9 with 3.11 ERA. He's had a very, very good season. So let's not forget that. He got the Clemente Award nomination, which was, he was pretty honored by that. That was really cool, seeing some of the 21 jerseys being worn last night. Celebrating him, it was really cool. But again, he was good. Not super worried about it. It just wasn't their night. So I want to talk about Caballero. He remains the starting shortstop over Volpe. I do think that's the right move. So the Yankees didn't have any errors last night, although he wasn't great defensively. I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter. It's like, I thought we were sitting Anthony Volpe, and it's just a highlight of Caballero making a less than stellar play at shortstop. But this is a 6th straight game at shortstop. I think Volpe, he got a cortisone injection in his sore left shoulder last week. It's a partially torn left labrum that I guess Volpe's had since May, and then he re-aggravated it, I think, like a week ago. So he was out Friday, Saturday, but he was available off the bench on Sunday. Boone wants to play him. I don't know. I don't know who's better. I really, really don't. I've been going back and forth on it. Boone, I know, wants to play Volpe. He says, I expect Anthony to be a full player and ready to go. He was available off the bench on Monday night. But, Caballero has been slashing 314, 379, 516 in his last 16 starts since August 9th. The guy can hit. He can mash. And I think he's better than Volpe. I just do. I don't think this team plays well when Volpe's in the lineup. I know Boone can't wait to play him again, but people keep going back to they won the Gold Glove in 2023. He's been terrible defensively this year, and in 141 games, he's slash line is 206, 268, 393 with 19 home runs. He does have a career RA 70 RBIs, but just 2 hits in his past 22 at bats. 19 errors are the most in the AL. I think that's my biggest concern. Errors, obviously you never want errors. Errors in the playoffs are huge. They are such a momentum swing. If you make an error, if you give a playoff team an extra out, you're going to lose. You just are. You can out-homer the other team, but if you make big errors in key situations, arguably from the two most important defensive positions, in my opinion, I mean, you could argue catcher, is center field and shortstop. You have to be very, very good at both positions, and you will take a less than stellar bat at both positions if you're elite. Volpe's offense isn't elite enough to deal with these 19 errors. I think Caballero is a better option. I would keep him there. I just don't want to see Volpe at shortstop in the playoffs. I don't trust him. I really, really don't. It gives me anxiety, which I'm sure he does you as well. And I just don't feel confident in him. And I think he's lost confidence, especially since these errors, and he's not totally healthy. So I don't mind his right-handed bat coming off the bench, actually, in key situations. But at the same time, I just don't want him to be the starting shortstop. And I fear that Boone's going to put him in there, and I'm just going to be, like, biting my nails on the edge, hoping that he doesn't make an error in the playoffs. Again, 19 errors are the most in the American League, and he has them. So just concerning. But Caballero has been great. I really like his bat, and honestly, I just feel more confident in him playing shortstop. I look at the AL East right now again. So the Jays 88 and 62. There's 12, 13 games left in the season. Yanks aren't going to catch them. They're 5 back. Red Sox are 6 back. But if you look at the wild card, the Yankees are, obviously a game and a half up at the number 1 wild card spot. And again, if you win the wild card, you have the number 1 spot in the wild card, you get to host that first playoff series, which would be huge. But the Red Sox are very, they're close. They're not far behind. So it's Yankees, Red Sox, and then the Astros have that 3rd wild card spot at this time. So Red Sox, Astros, those are 2 teams that we've had problems with, obviously, in the past. But I expect the Yankees to literally just flush this loss and then to take these next 2. The Twins are not a very good team. I expect them to win the next 2 and win 2 out of 3 in this series. Both night games. Game tonight, 7:40, and then tomorrow night, 7:40, should be a good one, and I expect them to win those. This has been your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.